Hi guys, it's Michał from Hypnotic Techno Production, and today I have another video walkthrough. A walkthrough of the track I did, it's over here. I did a while ago, at least a year. It's called Medicina. It was released on my label Psylocybina. And Medicina is kind of like, you can hear it in the background. A track that I kind of like want to recreate psychedelic experiences and kind of like a psychedelic journey, like a shamanic journey to an underground music scene. So let me show you how I did those tunes. Okay, so as you can hear, there is this lead sound, lead vocal. And it's a Icaro sample. So Icaro, it's a song that Shaman sings whenever he's like in a context, ceremony context. So Icaros are powerful songs that Shaman sings to help release the energy. So I wanted like to have that vibe. So I sampled a Icaro sample and I put it into Granulator. Granulator, if you don't know, it's a it's a device available in Ableton, created by Robert Henke from Monolake, and it's a tool for the granular synthesis, very powerful, but also really straightforward, and you can get really interesting tones with Granulator. So as you can hear, there's like this and as you can see, there are different automations I set just to make the sound evolving. Yeah, so the grain is smaller. We have changes in file position, the spray, the cycle. So file position changes. Grains. So to show you what to do with it, I've created a simple instance, Granulator, and I put a White Sky, it's a song from Hanyarani, to it. So it's just a matter of, let me recreate that for you. From scratch, I will put the instance of Granulator, pick, I will put some MP3, and I will just draw a note. This instance, let's just keep it to C3. When you put it into C3, the Granulator will play the original pitch of the sample. It will not change the pitch, so yeah, a bit of echo. So now we can tune the grain. And the spray makes it that it just within that fragment, within that grain, it will have another position of playing the sample. We could change the time, I guess. Spray, yeah. And I've just added an amp. And we can play the decay, the attack, the sustain, the release. And the key is to find the right file position. Now it plays the song, so to make it more rhythmic, let's have maybe a shorter spray. For me, this is the best position is here. A bit of echo with a long reverb. and the low end. What I would add maybe would be a bit of auto filter. With some LFO. Or maybe something like that. And maybe a bit of variation. Maybe too much. Too much. So yeah, you just need to experiment. Yeah, but get it moving, and you got a really nice texture. So I highly recommend using Granulator. It gives really nice effects, and it has really nice presets for you to experiment and get some leads, pads, basses, percussions, lots of different stuff you can get from the Granulator. So this is the main element of the song with the changes, and then we have this kind of interesting drums, which are basically the Rattles, which I kind of like took. Let's see, this is a chacapa. What is chacapa is you see this dude is having like a big leaves, so the shamans do like they would do like they use it for cleansing of the whole place. Yeah, different chacapas, and I have them here. I bought a recording of chacapas. I don't have one my own, but once seeing this dude having just a leaves, I think I will make some. Yeah, so it's a, and again I'm using this in a beat mode just to have, yeah, make a texture. And I was just playing with this one and recording it to the arrangement. That's why it's so chopped here, because I got different beats like 39, 31, 70. Yeah, so whenever I go into transition, I make it a bit longer, so the loop is longer. Okay, for the low end, I went pretty straightforward for like a low end groove. So we got like this kind of like a rumble, which is made from delay, really short, quick delay with the reverb and echo just to hide those frequencies. So this is the rumble, this is the kick, and them together. What is important is to have the compressor here with the sidechain from the kick itself. And then I've added another channel, which if we look at it has it has the input from the first channel and another like a chain of effects, and we have just a simple delay, again a bit of reverb, but this time I EQ it differently, so to have like another like tone in the groove. And then we have just toms, one tom, boo, 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 boo. I like when the drums have different pitch, so it's like F sharp, F, boo. And this is the groove, a bit of compression, yeah, a bit of drum bass to make it more punchy, get out some resonances, pretty basic stuff in my opinion. So let's go for the rest of the drums. Oh. So this is the same sample from that dude singing, but here we have like I made a open hi-hat from his, so whenever he was singing, he had this like kind of sound, and if you put I put a sample into the sampler, it will, and use the slice mode, it will slice different tones for you, and you would be able to find interesting spots. So If we do that, let's use sampler. I always forgot whether it's sampler or simpler. No, it's simpler. It's simpler. Okay, so let me get the same sample we have from Hanyarani, the track White Sky, and I'm gonna chop her to find something interesting. And I would use slices. Yeah. Let's solo this. Oh, there was something. Oh. Yeah, this could be our hi-hat. So this, let me just quickly see. Come on. No, I don't remember which note that was. Oh, this one. Yeah, so you get like a you can make some hi-hats, interesting stuff from samples when you put them into simpler with the slice mode, and just look for something interesting, EQ it a bit, add some effects. This is how I made that open hi-hat. It's not even open hi-hat, it's a tone, make it more organic. But then I have an open hi-hat, I guess. Yeah, this is an open hi-hat from his. And again, as I've showed you in the previous video, I like to add my own. Yeah, like myself, I think I was walking around forest. And then you add some echo. Super nice effect in my opinion, and suits really well here. What else do we have? Velocity pans. Just a rhythmic, it's a preset from Ableton, you would be able to find it. But what I did interesting was to send it to Valhalla Supermassive, one of my favorite free delays. So Valhalla Supermassive with the big warp, big feedback, and I'm sending those velocity pans. No, sorry, it's a clap, I guess. Yeah, so the clap is sent to. Yeah, the clap is sent. I guess not this one. So it just like have this automation. At this point the lead sound is carrying the whole arrangement. A bit of claps just to add a bit of movement. A bit of variation here in the chakapa sound. And we are entering like a, it's a right, eighth notes with some variation in velocity, which is super important. And you see it's the rhythm is strong one, 2 weak ones, strong ones, 3 weak ones. And they loop at 7, 8, so 7 by 8, that's the bar here, so it's like a bit of polymetry here. So we got like, and the same pattern repeating itself twice, I guess, yeah. So just, it adds that nice polymetry, which works really well. And then what we do have is autopan just to make it flying. And then I'm automating the decay. So it's longer, it grows. a lot of automation here just to make everything like growing, and I guess a bit of filtering the low end. Yeah, I guess I had to filter the low end at some point. I can't remember how I did that. I don't see it, but it's an automation. Crap. Where is it? Anyways, you hear it. I can't find it. Waste of our time to find it at the moment. Okay, so we got this. And every time in arrangement, like I like to have those moments of transition, moments of contrast. So there was a high energy, a lot of hi-hats, sound was growing, sound was morphing. So it's a moment of like releasing the tension. And then we have the synth I recorded on my Prophet, which has a bit of, no, it doesn't have the decimord on it, a bit of Horus. Yeah, a Horus again. But it has that crunchiness. I might have recorded it with the crunchiness already. So yeah, the synth is adding a bit of tension here. This whole track is about tension, really. Like the psychedelic journey can be a bit tense, so this was a bit of like a introductory moment, creating that tension with sounds. Yeah, having those different modulations. And then another interesting technique I wanted to show you to get those interesting shakers. I love that rhythm. And easy way to make those shakers is to have a bit of recording of yourself. When you record yourself, no, the grooves. Let's have some shakers. Pass shakers. No, I need some loop. This will be probably some of my loops recorded. Yeah. So we got some shaker. I guess this was the same loop as we're hearing. Oh, let's find a different bit. I like that one. Okay, so what I would do is I would copy it and then I would find another one. Maybe in the longer kind of. Yeah, so from the same recording, I found two different loops. I will. This is kind of too short in my opinion. Yeah, so we would group them, cut out the lows. Because they're a bit. Yeah, so they loop different way. I think it's super nice groove. I love it. So this is a really cool technique to make interesting shaker grooves. Just record them and find different loops, put them into left and the right channel. You're never gonna like hit the same time the shaker, so that's make it really organic, and then just pan it right and left. Awesome. So yeah, the shakers, where we were over here. And then what I really like to do is to have the same pattern, as here. This is the same pattern, but I put it onto different sound. There has to be some automation to it, yeah. So basically we are playing the same rhythm but with different sample, and this what makes it super interesting. Yeah, so different open hi-hats, close hats, like in different sections, try to have different samples. It will make your arrangement more interesting and varied. It's basically the same stuff happening once again, just to like emphasize the situation one more time, create another intensive moment with those sounds. And then I did a small bit that, as you can hear, this kick is not coming back on one. Boom. So yeah, like the kick is, I like that bit of transition, that a bit more tension, that the kick is coming back. And again, my own kind of effect. Something like that. It's super easy sound. And then again, what I wanted to discuss is this sound, which builds the atmosphere, so the texture. So I'm doing this sounds like this is my own recording, like I'm walking on the woods. Yeah, this is some recording of me walking on the forest. And then I add a bit of effects, so a bit of beat warmer, auto pan, just to make it more rhythmic and panned right and left. Then we have beat repeater, which adds some variations, echo, and a bit of drum bass. Yeah, I'm not even using the LFO here. Without, there is some tone. With the groove. And I'm just looping this one. Nothing fancy, but it's really, without it, it's a bit dry in my opinion. Maybe it's too long, too loud, but I don't know. This track is released, so I'm not gonna change it. Anyways, so yeah, that was it. Ariet Medicina. Hope you've learned something interesting. And if you have, there is a link in the description where you can buy Rapid Arrangement mini course, so you can learn more from me, how to arrange your tracks in less than 2 hours. There is some cool stuff inside there. Or just watch any other video around here, give it a like and all that stuff. Thank you very much. Bye.